Okay. So Carrie, were you? I may have booted you out.
Oh, okay.
So go ahead and give yourself another chance here, because I still have multiple participants can share. Michelle, we're learning how to use Zoom multiple participants sharing. So it'll be just a minute while we
No
figure
problem.
this out. Did you? You should see the little dog that we did last week. It was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with that one.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to Zoom.
Right?
Meeting is being recorded by the host or a participant. Got it.
Got it?
Now I'm going to go. So I wonder if it's being recorded. So I must be in. Okay.
You are in Zoom, so you should be able to hit the share screen button
On my iPad.
on your iPad.
It says drop down, it says screen. So I'm going to share that, right?
Right? And then you should get a white thing, a white background, and you're going to swoop up to get to your your home screen. Still not. So what does your screen show you?
It shows me the illustration that I did.
Hmm. So, okay, so are you in Procreate through Zoom or are you separate from Zoom with Procreate?
Um,
You have to go through Zoom to do that. So get out of Procreate right now,
I'll go back to Zoom.
right? Go back to Zoom.
How do I
When you
go?
hit when you hit the screen option, it should give you a start broadcast,
It says share content and then it says screen.
right?
And it says everything on your screen. Okay. Oh, right. Start broadcast. That's
Right.
what.
Yeah. Start broadcast, and now you get a white screen. There you go. Now swoop up,
Okay.
swoop
Okay.
up
So,
to get to your home screen.
okay, start broadcast.
There you go. And now go to Procreate. Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
I know she looks like it, but it's actually, I'll show you who she is. Let's see. I don't know if you can see. Can you see this?
Yes.
That's who it is.
What's
It's
her name?
Iris Apfel.
Oh, okay. I love the glasses.
Yeah, she always wears glasses. She's like a total hoot, and she always wears these crazy glasses.
And so you were exploring how to use a pencil and finding brushes and
Everything. Yeah, I just
oh,
use.
this is cool. You used the little chain brush. Did you make the brush, the chains, or did you use the chain brush? There is a chain brush out there.
Oh wow, no, I made the chains, but the hair was cool because that was like a texture from either I can't remember if it was brushes or pens or something like that. But
Yeah,
that
I think it's probably the textures group. But yeah, this is cute. This is really. So you're feeling more comfortable with the pencil.
yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, I'm just having fun. I mean, I feel like I've learned a lot. So
And
it's been
Michelle,
good.
have you tried drawing with the pencil at all on just black and white?
Absolutely. I've been drawing with a pencil, and I think I've uploaded a lot of stuff to Padlet, so you can kind of see
Oh,
what
I'll have
I
to take a
do.
look at that. Yeah,
Yeah, I put
yeah,
lots of stuff on Padlet, so I'm on. So that's
cool.
where I'm at.
All right, we'll go through that in a little bit then. All right. So I'm not. What I don't know is what we could do that would incorporate both of you. Carrie, did you have anything else you wanted to follow up with after last week?
Well, it was funny because my friend, he was like, "How did you do that?" And I was like, "Oh, good question. I don't remember how I did that."
Oh, good. So
So
we can go over it again.
yeah, and then also he taught me a new way, which was kind of cool. What he does, like he took a class, and it was all about textures and stuff, and so he's like doing multiple textures, and he uses clipping mask, and then
Yep.
he taught me. So
Well, you'll have to show me what he showed you then, because that would be a good thing to know too.
I can remember.
Do you remember how to do it?
I could try.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and show us what you think it would be, and maybe I can offer hints as we go.
Okay. So let's see. I'll go to
Now
gallery.
you're right. Good. Okay.
I'm gonna keep
Good.
Okay, so let's see. One of the things, so I'm gonna make another texture because his is like multiple textures.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make a texture, and then, hey Michelle, can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of.
Is it okay if I do this, or do you
Oh,
want to do something?
absolutely. Oh, totally. Yes. Go ahead. I'm just following along.
Okay. I didn't want to dominate this thing, so I just.
Oh,
have
no,
to-
please share.
Okay.
I've been watching
Okay.
a lot of YouTube videos on different Procreate things, so this is like another one.
Oh, good.
So I'm gonna make a texture. Let's see. Texture
Try in. What texture are you looking for? Do you know?
I'm gonna do polka dots just to make it, because I don't really know how to say if I made polka dots. I don't know if I remember. Oh yeah, you just drag it to that. Let me try making some polka dots, and then
Okay.
I'll.
So you've selected the sticks brush, and that is in. I'm sorry. What category was that in?
I don't know, because it was just in my recent.
Oh, it's in your recent. Okay. Oh, one really cool thing you can do to figure it out is swish left, and then it'll. Oh no, in the layers. I meant in the brush. If you go to the brush, swish left
So I can talk about
on the brush,
probably just,
and you can
Oh, and then-
find, and it'll show you where it was, and it was in drawing.
yeah. But we could
Do you
probably
see
take
that?
that verbiage out.
Yeah. Okay. I don't love that one, so I think I'm gonna do another one. Oh, there's my that was my hair.
Xylazine? Yeah, xylazine. Sounds like a drug, doesn't it?
No, it's weird. I don't know why they call it that.
I don't know where
I'm
they
gonna
get some of
do-
these names.
Inking, and then I'll just use Pandani. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make it polka dot.
There is a polka dot brush
I'll
in.
make the background.
Go ahead. So are you looking to do background? I think I lost your Wi-Fi. Yeah. That's weird.
Okay, now you can hear me, right?
Yes.
I lost.
It looks like you're having a little intermittent, but your iPad is doing quite well as far as the Wi-Fi is concerned. It's your mainframe that's having problems.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna make it. Okay. So I'm gonna make a background. I just want to make. I don't know how to make this whole screen. I don't know how to make my whole like background a background. Do I make a box or something to make the
Go to your layers and click on background color.
Oh.
There you go. Then you can use find the color that you want by clicking on I think if you click, yeah, it'll get you there. Good. So you want a little bit greener. You can go now back to.
Put a disc. That was something
Yeah,
that was cool.
yeah. Okay. There you go. see, you can see up in the top left, it's coloring your background right now.
Right. Okay. Okay. If I want this new color that's kind of yellow, but up
Mm-hmm.
here it's kind of blue.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, background color. Okay, cool. Okay. And then I can use this color as my polka dots.
Okay. Good. Just check, make sure what layer you're in. There you go. All right. Now, if you don't want to keep repeating those, you can copy and paste, and you'll get a number of layers, but they'll all have dots on them, and you can move them around.
Oh, really? Like copy and paste the
Copy and paste this layer, and then you'll have another layer that you can move around, and so on and so
Oh,
forth.
that's cool. Okay.
Something to think about. But if you're into making dots, just feel free. There is also a brush that makes dots, but they're all uniform.
Oh yeah, I like.
Yeah, you don't want to.
You have to do the whole. No, because I can do.
No, that's good. Now we could. You want me to show you how to do the copy paste thing, so you have another layer that you could switch around?
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe if you go 3 fingers down, starting at the very top, you don't want to move your piece. Yeah, yeah, it's all right. Okay, good. Now I think, oops.
Okay, three fingers down.
3 fingers from the very top. Otherwise, we can just, there you go.
Copy and paste. Cool.
Copy and paste. And then copy.
And
And then
new layer and paste.
I believe that would probably be the best way to do it. Yes. So plus and then paste. And you can, again, you should be able to do the 3 fingers to do that. No, I don't know why they don't have that here. They have copy, but they don't have paste. So usually what I do for this, instead of working on 3 fingers, which are a little bit worse, I'm not very dependable on that. So I usually go to the wrench and get the paste out of the first left side. So if you go to the wrench.
Sorry about that. I lost you.
That's all right. There you are. And go to Add, which is on the left side. And then Paste is at the bottom.
Oh.
That's kind of a workaround for me, other than doing the 3 finger down. Okay, so let's go back to layer and make sure we have 2 layers of dots. Oh, we didn't do the paste yet.
Yeah, because I lost you. Okay, so layer 1.
Right, you're on layer 2. You should be on layer 2.
Oh, layer 2. Okay.
Yeah, and go to the wrench.
Layer 2.
Wrench. And then paste at the very bottom. Okay, so let's look at our layers. Yes, so now we can move that around by using our transform tool, our arrow. You see it? Okay, so just move it around so you have more dots, and you can move the original one more around for more dots too.
Oh, cool.
So this, if you're going to do repetitive stuff, this is a good way to do it. So now take layer 1 and move it around, and you can also stretch and stretch them and move them around so it fills the page if you want to. But this looks good. I mean, we can play with this.
Okay, and then I have to go to transform.
And now if you want to stretch it to the right without stretching it on the top, you're going to want to use the Distort option at the bottom, and then pull on the right, on the circle on the right on that square. So put your cursor on the little blue dot on the right side of the square and pull it. There you go. And you can make it bigger or smaller, whatever you want to do.
I think I'm going to make it like that. Okay, Okay, and then I'm gonna go to the layers and I'm gonna take, so that was layer,
That was layer 2 you were playing with, and now you're on layer 1.
now I'm on layer 1, okay. And then I'm gonna go to layer 1, and I'm gonna go to that, oh no.
Oh, okay, it's the same one. I'm sorry. You were on, you're
Okay,
going to want to
layer-
do layer 2. There you go. And now you can do transform, right? And you can make this bigger or smaller. Now, if you want more dots, you can copy and paste again. So that's up to you. So you can
Copy,
do it there too, yes.
and then just hit paste.
Well, it won't let you because you don't have a layer for it. So make a new layer and then paste.
Oh, okay, so you copy, then make a new layer, then paste.
Yeah, and there's other ways to do this, but this is pretty straightforward as far as I'm concerned. And now hit paste, right. And you should have 3 layers of dots. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I don't. Like, is there a way to cut that? Because I need it just to be half the size, but I want the dots the same size.
You crop and resize. So you go to the wrench,
Oh,
and I think it's in Canvas. Now, my issue there is I think that it does the crop and resize for the whole thing.
it does, it did, yeah.
Right, so what we want to do there is, well, you can do a layer mask and black out what parts you don't want. So where it says mask, go ahead and hit mask. Then go to up in the upper right hand corner, change that to black. And I think there's a black there, it looks like.
Mhm.
And now go over to your brushes. And in recent, do you have the airbrush? You don't have airbrush. So go to airbrushing and pick soft brush or hard brush, depending on what you want to do. Soft brush is usually what I use. And then done. And now click on the top, go to layers, and paint where you don't want the dots. Paint black where you don't want the dots. So, so you're on layer mask, so you can go in and paint on your piece. So just click on your piece and paint where you want to get rid of the dots. And it looks like that is a little big for you. The brush is a little big. Yeah, good. This is a good exercise. I like
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I don't know how I'm gonna ever remember this though.
Well, the more you do, the more you'll get better at it.
Okay.
There you go. See how nicely that does? Now you can copy the one that you just fixed and paste it into the left corner if you wanted to.
Okay, I'll do that.
So go to your layers.
Go to layer 3.
Yes, you're on layer 3, and then click on layer 3 and you'll get the menu. Drop down. So just click on, there you go. And then copy. Now I will learn if it takes the layer mask with it. I think it does. Do a plus in the and then paste. Right, click on layer 5 and paste. And let's see what happens there. Oh, they didn't put the paste in there. It pisses me off. Go to your wrench. Go to your add and paste. Okay, now you can move it using the transform tool.
The transform is the arrow.
That's correct. Transform or move. That's it. There you go.
I'm gonna flip it around.
Good. And you could drip it off the side, so if you only wanted to fill that one section with dots, you can do that too. There, oh, good.
How do I rip it off? How do I turn it around?
There, at the bottom, there you, at the very bottom, you could flip horizontal or flip vertical or
Flip
rotate. There you go. And
And I'm going to go back to layer 1
okay,
and move it.
okay,
Oops.
okay. So you're going to have to figure out which one is layer 1. So usually, what I do there is just go through and undo the check boxes. And, okay, there you got it. There you are. All right.
Okay, then I'll go back to layer 5 and move that.
Did we? I think we lost Michelle's Wi-Fi. She looks like she's frozen.
Oh. Okay, that's good enough. And then I'm just going to add a couple more of
Good.
my things.
I'm gonna see if Michelle, are you available? I think we lost her. Yeah, we did lose her.
Oh,
At least we're recording. She can have this. And I'll set up time with her because I'm sure she's learning something by doing this, but it would be better if she could do it herself.
yeah, that must be hard to be on Wi-Fi.
Yeah. It's not, it's really quite brave of her to try doing it this way. So anyway, you have a nice little,
You know what? You know what, Pat? I'm trying to make another in the upper right. Can you see how I'm trying to make the another one, but
Yes.
another polka dot? But because there's a mask there, I can't.
we can white that out. So we go up to our layers. Go to your layers. Go to the mask. And use white paint to put back what you want to put back.
Oh, God. I'm never going to remember this, Pat.
It's so backwards, huh? It's so backwards. Well, you know what I should just do is a masking session for everybody.
Yeah.
But you see what's happening here now, right? You can get back what you, but that's the real advantage to layer mask, is you, even if you've erased it, you can always get it back.
Okay. It's tricky to figure out like which one.
Now what I do also is uncheck the boxes I don't want. So I'm only working on the one that I want to work on.
Okay.
So if you go to layers,
Layer
oh, go.
5.
Okay.
And I want to put another dot in the upper right hand corner of layer 5.
I think you'll be all right. I don't think there's a mask there. Go ahead.
No? So I can just start drawing on it.
I think so.
Oh, whoops. I don't want to move it.
Okay.
I just
Do you see that those two dots there would match if you move them on top of each other?
I just drew. Oh, look.
There you go.
There. Okay, good.
Perfect.
Okay,
All
that's
right.
good enough.
Yeah, that's a really nice. Now, once you fix that, you can make them all one layer by squishing them together, right?
Oh, yeah. You do that by
You go to your layers.
I'm like able to draw all of these things. Okay, layers.
Mm-hmm. And then
Okay.
I think it's right sweep the ones that you want to merge together.
Okay, let's see.
So you want to put layer 3, 2, and 1, all of these layers together. You don't need to make, you can just pinch them like that.
Oh, with on touching layer 3, 2, and 1, pinch them
If
together.
you put your, I would put your thumb on layer 1 and your finger on layer 5 and pinch them together. There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm gonna teach you what if I can remember, I'm going to teach you how I have these two layers. These two, I have that one. Oh, didn't I make a layer of the plaid?
Oh, we can get that back. Go back to the gallery, and
Layer.
go back to the gallery. Up in the upper left-hand corner, hit gallery, and we'll duplicate the file. So swish left on either one, actually, but probably the one with, yeah, that's fine. Duplicate. All right, so now go into that file. I'm pretty sure we left the stripes in. So let's look at our layers. Okay, so either delete or uncheck the layers you don't want, and you'll get just the stripes. There you go. Now you can leave those there or delete them.
Layer 1 and background color.
Right.
Can you hear me?
I can. So now what you want to do is copy this into the other file. Is that true? Or what are you, I'm sorry, what are you doing? Oh, hi.
Okay. I don't know why I think my Wi-Fi, I have all bars, but it like keeps going out. So.
Well, and one of the things that may be happening is a conflict with Michelle's too.
Oh.
So, Michelle, can you hear me? No.
Okay, so Pat, now
Right.
I have this layer 1.
Right.
And then how do I get that other polka dot to come in?
Okay. Now we can either copy this and put it in the other file, or
Okay,
copy that file and put it in this file.
I'll do that. I'll
Okay.
copy. So
Hi, Michelle.
so
I don't think your Wi-Fi is working either. I'm going to send you a chat. I'm going to send her an email and tell her that I'll help her later.
okay.
So what you want to do now is go to Canvas. Oh, she left. Okay, I'll send her a note. Okay, here, let me get out here. So you're in, you want to go to Canvas.
But before I do that, let me ask you a question. So I was in layers, okay. So then I had just the one that's I didn't put the background color. I just have layer 1. So I didn't.
Correct.
So should I uncheck the background color?
I would.
So it's just the transparent layer.
Correct.
Cool.
Correct.
Okay. So then go to copy.
Yes. You can do the 3 fingers if you want. Yes, good. That's good.
Right.
That was probably better. I prefer that way anyway.
The 3
So,
fingers.
You can do 3 fingers or do the wrench, whichever one you want to do. I prefer the wrench myself, but that's because I'm not a production illustrator. Okay, so copy. Good. Now get out of there.
Go to gallery.
Go to gallery. Bring up your polka dots.
Okay.
And paste. Or actually you want to yes, paste. Try paste first. There you go. And it should be a different layer.
Yeah.
So let's check the layers. Yes. And if you want it all the way around, you can use your transform tool and expand it. You could, if you'll excuse me for a minute, I'm going to send Michelle a little note that I haven't forgotten her entirely. Where did she go? Now, let's see. Where's Outlook? Well, I'm going to have to do it later. Okay, so there, yes. This is kind of interesting. So you want to pull the bottom one down. Now, in order to get around that menu, pinch your document so it's a little smaller. There, no, not the layer, the whole document. So you can expand that by doing this. Go ahead. There you go. That does it too. But I was going to show you, you can, once you're out of that layer, you can compress the whole thing by making it smaller so you'd avoid that menu. But once you're out of that menu, you won't be bothered by it. So click on the transform tool to get rid of that. And there you are.
Okay, so I was also going to teach you, if I could remember, how, so we just did copy paste that. I
Correct.
wanted to see if I could teach you how to, okay, like, and then say if I wanted just layer 1.
Mm-hmm. So you're going to uncheck the stripes,
Oh.
if that's all you...
Okay, cool. So another way that my friend did it is, okay, so we are layer 1, and then above inserted image, I think what he did is say, I think he said, click on it and then say clipping mask.
Yes, yes, good. I like that.
But why did
But you have to recheck it. The box on the right side is unchecked. There you go.
Oh,
Woo! Look
that.
at this. That is so cool. Now you could do the reverse and see what happens. Put the layer 1 on top of the inserted image, make it the clipping mask, and see what you get.
And how do you do that? How do you move
Okay,
it?
so yeah, good.
Wait.
Well, you just click on layer 1, just all by itself. Okay, now hold on to it and move it above the inserted image. You just
You
hold
do
on
with
to
the
it.
finger or the pen?
Well, I use a finger because the pen sometimes doesn't do it for me. Okay, so there you go. There you go. And now make that a clipping mask.
Layer 1?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay.
And there you
Wow.
go. Now the reason you get this is the blue is slightly transparent, so it's picking that aspect of the brush out. But I like that too. It's really fun to do it the other way too. So you could make a copy of the stripes, put it on top of the other and see what happens.
Okay, wait. How? Because it's not. Oh. So you're saying the blue color that I did is slightly transparent?
Correct.
Oh yeah, you can
And
see.
when you're not doing that, see how it sort of, you can see through parts of it.
So this
So there
one.
you go.
This one, okay, why is it, oh, because I made layer 1 a clipping mask, is that right?
No, you made inserted image the clipping mask. The layer one is the base, and the base takes the color of the clipping mask.
Layer 1 is the base.
Right.
Even though, oh, okay, so wherever there were polka dots, it filled in with the stripes
Correct.
and then still had the background color.
Correct.
Okay.
Now you could take the background color out, and that would make it, I think, black, but that
Let's see,
that
I'll
would
try.
make it
Uncheck
transparent.
it.
When,
Uncheck the background color?
just uncheck the background color and see what happens.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
Clipping mask confuses the heck out of me because it works
Yeah.
opposite of a regular mask. Michelle, I think what we should do is go ahead and do this recording and you can look at it, but I'll set up an hour with you and we'll talk about clipping masks and masks. Is that okay? I'm losing your Wi-Fi again. Yeah. So go ahead and unmute yourself and say whether or not you agree with me. I don't know if she even can hear me now. The car is kind of noisy too for what we're doing.
I can't hear it.
Yeah.
I
Well,
can hear
hi.
you guys now. You keep dropping
Okay.
in. Hey,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm just gonna probably watch this recording afterwards, but
And I would
but,
love it to set up another hour with you because the clipping mask and the mask is kind of important for you to know. So I would love to sit with you on this one.
Okay.
So,
we'll do it.
bye.
I heard
We'll
you.
see
Yeah.
you
Okay,
later.
sounds good.
Have a good Thanksgiving. You can see the
Thank you.
delay. Look at this. Look at this. My image and then the other image is delayed. How fun. Okay, we'll see you, Michelle. So,
Okay, bye-bye.
so now, bye-bye. So now if you were to reverse that and put the dots on, you would get that semi-transparent look to it. But there's another thing you could do to make it even kind of weirder,
Okay,
is go over to the N and click the N.
Okay, wait. I wanna
Oh.
take a screenshot of this because
Oh yeah.
so that I can kind of remember it, because I won't. So what
Well,
I
you'll have the record. I'll send you a link to the recording too,
Okay.
so you could go back through this if you want.
Let me get my phone and take a picture, because I want to take a picture of it. So did I make layer 1 clipping mask?
No, you made in this one, the stripes are the clipping mask. And you can tell that because there's that little funny arrow on the left side of the inserted image. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Where it goes, it points down. That says it's a clipping mask. So the layer 1 is now the base, and the stripes are the clipping mask.
Okay, layer 1 is the base. Oh. And the background color.
Is just the background color.
Okay, so layer 1 is the base, and the inserted image with the little arrow on the left is the color for the dots.
Yeah, it's the clipping mask.
Okay, okay. So what clipping mask does is it takes the thing underneath it, just the thing,
Right,
and it puts
right.
that texture inside of it.
Well, basically what it does is it only will take the color that underneath as long as there's color. So if you had a solid layer 1, it would be solidly stripes. But because you have dots, it's taking whatever's underneath, and you can move that move the stripes around if you wanted to. So if you go up to
I'm going to try
Okay.
that. I'm going to move the stripes to below the layer 1 and see if
Okay.
the background color comes through. But do I have to make one of them a clipping mask or no? Or,
it will automatically take the clipping mask off the stripes when you move it, and then you'll have to set the layer 1 to clipping mask. So you see, this is what it would have looked like without setting a clipping mask. And now go into layer 1 and set it for a clipping mask, and it will only take the color in the dots.
Okay, now set layer 1 to clipping mask? I don't
Correct.
want the dots anymore. I just want the stripe. I want the plaid over the background color.
Okay, then uncheck the box.
Oh, okay, because I have the 2 checked boxes. Okay, I'm taking all these screenshots.
Now, do you know that if you hold both buttons on your iPad, the sound button and the side button, it will do a screenshot for you. But
Oh yeah?
it's probably easier for you to take a picture.
Let's see. Both the 2 on the right?
You hold the sound button on the left button, which is, I think, the noise increase, right? Hold that one down and the side button at the same time. And it will give you a shot, a screenshot.
On mine, maybe it's the top. No, the top one turns it off. So don't touch that, right?
Oh, okay. Well, it's a little different than mine then.
Let's see, sound. Okay, sound. I'm going to try sound and top.
Yeah, sound and stop will.
It just turned it off. Oh no.
Well, you'll go back in. It's there. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
So what you're going, so
okay.
I'll try to show you here. I don't know.
I just did it. It was
Oh,
the
good.
top and then the. Okay.
And the side, the top and the side, yeah. You can use it, I can usually do it with a pinch on, with one hand, but
Yeah, I can do that too.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so go,
Oh, that's
now
neat.
let's practice going back to Procreate on Zoom.
Procreate on Zoom. Okay.
So you're gonna go to Zoom,
Zoom.
should, and then you're going to share screen,
Share screen.
share content actually.
Okay. Screen.
Right?
Start
And then
broadcast.
start broadcast, right? There you go. And now sweep up.
So
Good.
okay, I'm gonna
Sweep
say
up.
what I did again.
Sweep up.
First I said share
Yeah,
screen.
sweep up.
I said screen. Then I said start broadcast, and then sweep up, and then go to Procreate.
Correct.
Okay, thanks.
Correct. And there you are.
Okay, cool. Oh my gosh, there's a lot to learn. Okay.
It's fun though. You'll have fun experimenting with this.
Oh,
So
okay.
then-
Let's try this. Can I put a background for fun in this background, in the background of my drawing that I did yesterday of that woman, Iris?
Yes, absolutely. Now, do you want just the stripes or do you want the yellow and the stripes?
Yellow and stripes like it is.
Okay, so then you're going to do a copy. So you just go into, I use the wrench again, or you can do the three fingers from the top down.
Okay, so right now I have the inserted image and the background color. Those are both checked, so I'm good there.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
That's what we'll copy. So then you do the three fingers to get the copy thing, which I'm not really good at, or just do the wrench, whatever you want to do.
Oops.
Open the layers. We don't want to open the layers. Okay, good. So now you're going to copy.
Copy. Okay, what's canvas?
Well, I think you should copy the canvas because that'll take both layers. If you do a copy, I think it only does one layer.
Okay, copy. There we go.
Okay, so now get out of there. Go to gallery. Bring up your lady.
I wanna duplicate her first.
That's a brilliant idea. You
So-
probably should, yes, absolutely brilliant. Okay, now open up your lady
Okay, go to
And-
layers.
and well, I think it will automatically give you a layer. Let's just try that. Just
Go to
do a
paste.
paste. Just do paste.
Oh no.
Oh no, we got the wrong one. Let's see. Okay,
I'll
so
go
let's get out of there. Oh, she looks like she has green measles.
I know. How do I go back?
2 fingers. Good. Okay, so let's go back to the gallery and get our picture.
Oh, wrong one.
Okay, this one's, okay, you want the one. Okay, let's make sure that we are looking at, oh, that's why we were on the blue layer. See that?
Oh, okay. So I
So you're
should
going to move down one to inserted image.
wait. So I wanted inserted image and background color both. That to
Correct. So move your cursor down to inserted image so you're highlighting the stripes. No, done. Okay, so all right, just click out of there. Okay, good. You're in the right place now, I think. You don't. Do you want to do something with background?
Well,
No?
I wanted this whole thing that's on the screen with the yellow background and the magenta and plaid. I wanted that whole thing to be in
Right,
back.
and I think if we copy, it will copy canvas. It will do all 3. But if we do a copy, it will do the other 2. So let's try that. First, we're going to do insert image, and then we're going to go over to the wrench And then we're going to just do a plain copy. Right? Okay.
Uh-huh.
So now let's go back to the gallery. Get our duplicate and paste. See what happens.
Nope.
There. Yes, it's there. You could see the yellow.
No, but
Let's look at
the yellow underneath it. I wanted the yellow background.
Right. So we might have to make a layer out of that. Let's look. Open your layers because I think it's in your background color. Oh no. Huh. Interesting.
No.
Well.
I think what we need to do is duplicate that. Here, I'm going to go back.
Yeah, I agree. I think we need to get the yellow and merge them. So we'll go back here and look at the layers again. I don't know if we can merge a background with the stripes, but let's try it. So we're going to pinch them together.
I'm going to go untitled. I'm going to duplicate that.
Good job. Caution is really important here. And then get back in, open your layers, and pinch the background and inserted image together. See if that works. I don't know if it will. You might have to make a new layer and color it the same as the background color. Let's see what happens.
I tried.
Okay.
But what
No. So let's just do a plus. And drag it under the inserted image. Okay. Now we want to get that color, so uncheck those two boxes so you only have background color showing. Okay. Now put your finger on your screen and get the color with the color picker. Good. Good. All right. Now we're going to go up to layers. We're going to recheck layer 3. And click on layer 3 window and get the menu and fill. Okay.
Oh.
All right.
There's no
And
way.
so now open the inserted image.
Wait, let me go over
check.
what I did. I made
Okay.
a new layer. I
Mhm.
put the new layer below the inserted image.
Mhm.
Then I clicked on, then I went to background color and I clicked
Yeah.
on the color with.
Well, we use the eyedropper or the color picker rather to get the color, right?
And then
Then
like
you went to the layer, right?
Fill, and then I clicked on layer 3 and then I said fill layer.
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
Now, for safety's sake, we are going to check the box with the stripes. And now we're going to merge those two together by pinching them.
Layer 3.
The inserted image into layer 3. Good.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Now we can copy.
And should I uncheck background color?
No, because it's not showing now. It's the only thing that's showing is the layer that we colored.
Okay.
Even though it looks, if you uncheck it, you'll see that it shouldn't change what we're doing. Right? See? Because you have a normal color there, and it blocks out everything underneath it.
Okay. Okay. Now I'm going to say.
So now we're going to correct.
Okay. Then I'm going to gallery.
And now we'll go back to your friend.
And then say paste.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Now, one thing I would suggest right now is look at your layers, see who's on top. I think we want to put the lady's picture on top and make her a clipping mask. But let's just try this first. Let's make this a clipping mask and see what happens.
Which one?
The inserted image.
Make it a clipping mask?
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have much result here because it's a solid. No, the other way. You have to click it and then you get the menu. So just click on the outside. Yeah, there. Okay, now click on the picture. There you go. And let's do clipping mask and see what happens. There you go.
Oh no, I don't want that.
Okay, so you want the reverse of that?
I want her to be black. lines. Yeah, I want what's clear to be black,
Okay.
and then I want, yeah, okay.
Okay, so what we want to do then is move the inserted image under layer 1. And then
Oh,
and then make layer 1 the clipping mask.
make layer 1.
Well, that didn't really change much because you have so much white, I guess. But is that what you wanted?
That's what I wanted, but I don't like it. But at least I can see what it's like.
Right. And now what you can do is make a regular mask on your layer 1, or on your inserted image rather. You'd want to do it on your inserted image. Go down to your and make a regular mask. Good. Good. And then take black and put black where you want to get rid of the stripes.
Oh, okay. Black.
Right. Good. And let's look at what kind of brush you have. You probably want the airbrush, but maybe a hard airbrush. So go to airbrushing.
No, I'm going to
Which
stick
is-
with this brush.
You're going to say, okay, that's cool. Say done then. And click on outside. Okay, now paint black. Okay, good. Where you don't want the
That's what I
stripes.
want. Okay. I'm going to make it bigger. Opaque. It is opaque, but it's kind of showing not opaque. Let's see.
Let's see what, because it's an airbrush. Yeah, see, it's how the brush behaves. If you wanted a solid brush, you would probably want to do an airbrush hard. Now, you are let's look at your layer and see where you're painting, because you're not painting in the layer mask. You're painting on your picture. Let's look at your layers. I lost you. I lost you for a minute. I don't think you're painting on your layer mask, Carrie. Take a look at your layers. Well, okay. So you are painting black in the middle. But what we want to do is paint, if you want to get rid of the stripes, you're going to have to do the layer mask on the stripes, not on this. So let's just take your 2 fingers and hold them down on your screen until it backs out of what you just did. Unless you want that. I'm losing your Wi-Fi, and I'm not sure you can hear me. Can you hear me?
I don't know why.
Okay, you're back. I think you're on the wrong layer.
Oh,
Go up to your layers. Yeah, see, what we should have done. We should have done it on layer 1. So let's see if we can drag the layer mask all by itself up to layer 1.
once
I
it's
don't
already
know. I think it.
whited out.
Just grab the layer mask and move it up above layer 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Is that what you wanted?
Oh, I wanted her to be white like this, but then I wanted the like cheetah print to go over the plaid, the plaid
Okay.
and the cheetah print together. But this is gonna be
All right. So and it looks like your lines aren't quite right. So what you want to do is get some white and go in and get rid of the black on there. So like if you wanted the glasses to have the pattern, paint the glasses with white in the layer mask.
Oh, no. No, I don't. I was just thinking more like above her head, you can see some cheetah. So I
Yes,
kind of did
yes.
a messy job. So I'll go to layer mask.
You're going to do white to get rid of that because you had painted too much black out there. Good. So be sure you're in your layer mask. Yep, there you go.
And I did it with white. So layer mask, like, how would you describe the difference between layer mask and
Clipping mask and layer mask.
yeah?
The difference is that no matter what you put down, if you put black on a layer mask, it will cover it. Same goes, and white will bring it back. Clipping mask will only take what is underneath it as the value. Actually, I consider them to be the reverse of each other. The layer mask is on top, is the one that determines the form, but in clipping mask, it's the one that's underneath that determines the form.
So I'm kind of just painting hoops.
Now, you know you're seeing that pixelation on the outside because that's the kind of brush you have.
Oh, right. Uh-huh. Right. Right. That's okay. Okay.
So if you want something with a harder edge, we can look for something like that you can use. And probably you would want to use an airbrush, only a hard edge airbrush.
I just use Mercury. Mercury's my favorite brush.
Good. Odeon is my favorite, but it's very undependable. I can't get it to do anything I want it to do at times. I guess it's sort of like my kids.
Yeah. And my dog.
Ah,
My kid's more responsive than my dog.
well, they've grown up a little bit. Your dog still is 4 years old or whatever.
Yeah, 3. Right. True.
Well, they
Okay.
say that smarter dogs are 4 or 5 years old, 5 years mentally. They can think like a 4 or 5-year-old.
Yeah, he's so smart.
They
and
are.
also the fact that he's a terrier.
Mine's
I
a
think I told you
terrier
this.
too. Very stubborn,
Yeah.
very demanding.
Yep.
Well,
I
she
just had
sure looks. She looks
I
good.
had a guy sit him on Saturday night while I was teaching a class, and I said, "How did it go?" And he said, "It was good, but the last hour he was barking at me and kind of pawing at me." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's what he does when he wants you to play with him. He like looks
Right.
at you and he barks and he says, 'Come on, play with me.'"
Don't you understand?
As if
Yeah, I can always tell when it's time to go for a walk. It's like, hey, it's 4:30. Let's go. He can. I think he can tell by how dark it is when
Oh,
it's time
yeah.
to go for a walk. Around dusk, we always do a walk.
Oh, interesting. That's so funny. Yeah.
So there you are. You have a really good picture there. I like her.
Yeah, she's a nut.
She's
She's very.
she has class, or she has I don't know class, but she sure does shine. Now, are those are the chains for her glasses? Is that what they are for?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
How fun.
Yeah, like look at this picture of her. Can you see me? Can you see that if I hold it up?
I do see a little of you. Yeah.
So can you see this picture of her?
I do. And you have the same square glasses, and
But you can see
looks
like
like
all
a
the jewels, all the texture, and
yep,
she's just like.
yep, yep.
There was a movie
Not
about her. Now she's
understated.
no, she is not a wallflower.
That's it. What
did
now? What is her specialty?
Well, she's kind of like a style icon, but she always has these big glasses. Her name is Iris Apfel, Apfel, and she had a movie about
Uh-huh.
her, and she's kind of
Oh,
just like she's like a style icon. She's really
cool.
she's a kick.
What they call an influencer, huh?
Yeah, right.
I think you should make. Wow. I think you should do the glasses. Let her have striped glasses.
Okay, I'll try that. Let me see if I can remember. Okay.
Okay.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in. Okay, I'm gonna go to my layers, and I'm gonna go to layer 1.
No, you're going to go to the layer mask because we want to get rid of the mask around the glasses. So
But how
we're
am I
going to use
gonna
white
see it
to do
'cause
that.
it's all black?
That's because you're going to just paint as if you're painting on the glasses. So go
But
up to
how
the
will I
layer
see that?
mask. Then promise you will. Layer mask. Okay, get out of layer mask. Get white color. Okay.
Oh,
Now get
it's
out of
still
color.
there. Okay.
Yes, it's still there. So
So I
good.
went.
Now
Let me
color
see
where
again.
the
I went
glasses are.
to layer mask. Okay. I went to white. Okay. And then color the black.
Now you're going to color where the glasses are, and so it should reveal the stripes. That's my prediction. There you go.
Right. Oh.
Excuse me.
Let's see.
Don't be afraid to color over the ornaments too, because they'll pick up the stripes, unless you don't want them to pick up the stripes.
Well, they're rhinestones, so I want to leave them.
Okay. There. So now she has the glasses that matches her background.
Oh, cool. And is that how it looks?
Exactly how it looks.
Okay, okay. Oh, cool. Okay. I did that by going layer mask, selecting white so that it cleared it where the
Layer in layer mask, white will reveal, black will cover.
Oh, I need a notebook to write all this down next time. So like I could do the same thing. Like if I wanted, I'm gonna make some of
Say you wanted her lips to what if you want her bottom lip? Yeah, there you go. Color her necklace. There you go.
So like if okay, like you can notice how some of this color is covering the black. So I just have to be more careful about how I paint, or is there a way to bring the black over the drawing over the whole thing or not?
It's called a reference, and you can do it that way too. Well, you want to try that? So back out of do double taps until you get out of coloring the the necklace. Good. Keep going. Or just hold it down until. There you go. Good. Yeah.
Okay. Now what? Should I do?
Well, you still have color there. Do you want to leave that there? So you still have white. Now, you can paint black into that. You don't have to do it exactly in the circles because it will just revert to be black. So you could just paint a large swath of black across that necklace.
Really? Okay, I'll try
Yep.
that. In which one? Layer mask?
Yeah, first you're going to change your color from white to black.
Okay. Oh no.
Okay.
Some of them didn't show up.
Yeah, that's why I'm going to show you how to do this. So then you have black, go back to your layers. Be sure you're on layer mask.
Except Pat, some of the like the top 3 on the right don't have the plaid in back of them.
Right, because you painted it out.
I
So
did?
go ahead and put black. Yeah, I saw you do it.
Okay, I'm
So
gonna go to
in layer mask, and now paint black over the necklace. And you don't have to be careful about it. Just paint black.
Oh wait, let me do white first. I want to get those guys back, the 3 back.
Oh, all right. So you know what you're doing. Okay. There you go.
Okay,
Okay.
now,
So now to get rid
go
of
to
that.
layer mask.
Okay.
I'm in
Mhm.
layer mask, go to black. Okay,
Correct.
then you say just paint black over it.
Go back to make sure you're on layer mask when you do it.
I thought I was. I'm in layer mask.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, go up. And now just paint over those dots. And you don't have to be terribly careful about that. Because
black,
it will,
right?
it will just,
Or in white.
in black. No, black because you already did the white. You can see, look at the layer mask. You can see the necklace in white underneath, right?
Yeah.
It's just real tiny. Okay, so you're going to just cover that with black.
And what's it going to do? Make it white again?
Yes, you'll put it back to where it was before because you wanted
Oh,
to
I see.
learn
Okay,
how.
what I was talking about was the back was like the outline.
Oh, the
Oh,
outline.
I'm just cleaning up the outline. Oops, it's a little too
Oh,
wide. Of a
okay.
brush.
So I misunderstood. So you do want black, but you want to change your brush.
Yeah,
So go to brush.
I think I'll just make the same brush, but make it littler. Okay.
Well, you're always going to wind up with that pixelation on the edge because that's the way the brush is made.
Okay, you
So
say
what
make
we
it
want to do
harder.
is find a brush with a hard edge. In Airbrush, we can pick the hard edge. Find Airbrush, which is
Oh,
right. Okay,
I'll
so
try
pick
medium.
a hard. Okay, medium hard blend. All right. Now that means that it's in a hard airbrush should cover everything with a good edge. So go ahead and try doing it on the hair and see what happens.
Nothing.
Okay, so you're
I
in
have to change.
you're in layer. You're in black. You're in white.
I just
No.
made it white.
Yeah, I think you want black unless you want. Do you want? Okay, do you want to reveal the stripes or cover the stripes?
I wanna go over the necklace and have the
Oh,
black.
okay, we're back. Okay, so we're back to the necklace. I thought we were doing the hair. Okay, so you want to cover. You want to revert the necklace back to white.
No, just like the outlines of the necklace, how it's black outlined. I wanted the black outline to be above the plaid inside of the necklace. Does that make sense?
Okay. Yes, it does. I was going to suggest that we do it using a reference. Let's get out of this machine, this particular piece, and start over with the other guy. We can duplicate this guy and do it, so you don't lose what you've done. So go to gallery, duplicate that one, right, and then go back in. Now, I'm going to ask you to take the layer mask off. So go out to your layers and unclick the layer mask. Okay, so now we're going to go down to layer 1 and make that a reference. Okay.
Okay.
So why isn't it changing? Why isn't it showing? So we're going to have, why isn't it showing? Oh, because it's,
Maybe I should put it above inserted image.
yes, let's try that. There. Okay, good. You have to put it above layer mask because that's part of it. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, you do?
Okay.
You can't put it
Well,
between.
you're fine. You're fine. It forces, yeah, it won't let you put it between, so it put it on top. So now what we've done here is put stripes on everything, right? So
Yeah.
what you want to do then is to, okay, we could layer mask this. We could layer mask the face. I'm trying to think of the best way to do this. Let me show you how the reference would have worked. So uncheck your inserted image. Okay. So, and then make a new image above layer 1. And it made it a clipping mask, didn't it?
Did it?
No, it didn't. Nope, it didn't. Okay. So the one underneath is now the reference. So if you paint in the top, it should use the lines underneath as a reference. So let's just try that real quick. We have the green showing. So go ahead and paint one of the dots, the necklace. We may have too much going on there, but let's just try the necklace with any color. Okay, there.
And that's because
Okay.
that is the background
It's a
color is
reference.
checked and layer 1 is checked as a reference.
Correct.
Oh.
And it should use
So
the lines
when
underneath
it says
it.
reference, what does that really mean? Like
It
you're
means
tracing
that-
it kind of, or you know where
that-
to put it?
Right. The computer is aware of where the lines are. Although I can see that it's probably not working as well as it would if it was just the necklace, because there's too much other stuff going on. So you're going to wind up covering some of the black. So one of the things we could do is make a layer with only the necklace on it.
I lost you again.
Okay, so what if we
you
made
just
a
want them-
layer with only...
Can you tell when
Yeah, I'm
you're
losing your
me?
Wi-Fi. Yeah, you freeze.
Okay.
So one of the things that we can do is make a layer with only the necklace on it, and then we can paint it any way we want.
Okay.
You
Like
want
what
to
I
try that?
did? Like what I just did?
Only we would leave it, we would get rid of everything else on that layer except the necklace, and then we could do an alpha lock, and it would paint only inside those lines.
Huh. Okay.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Tell me what the reference does. Tell me what the reference does
Okay,
first.
the reference takes the lines below as a means of determining where the color should go. So technically, you should be you should be able to drag color into the glasses, say, and it would technically use those lines to make the glasses. So let's try that. Let's try that. Go up and drag your dot, your color dot, down to your glasses to see what happens.
Okay, I want to add
We can
another
just leave that color as it is. Oh, all right.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So drag your dot. Just click that. Good. Drag your dot into the glasses.
And is it gonna? How is it gonna know how to go?
I don't know what it's going to do exactly. Let's see what it does.
Oh.
Yeah, there it is. So as you can see, when you look at your layers, it's taking the layer under it as a reference. So uncheck the layer 1. Uncheck layer 1. Go ahead. And all you get are the colors. You don't have the lines.
How did it know what? How did it know to go just in the glasses? Because was it a closed? Were the glass? No. Why didn't? Why didn't that go into
It's
everything?
magic. It's just magic.
How did it know? Seriously, how did it not know that?
Because the reference, which is the layer underneath, has. Ooh, I was. Did you check that box or did I? Because
just
it looks
checked it.
like I'm. You checked it. Okay, I thought maybe I had control. Underneath, the lines are telling it this is where the blue goes. So it looks down into layer 1 and says, okay, I can use those lines to control the blue.
Okay, let me see. Is it
Now,
because
if you wanted
But how did it know? Okay, so the lines, like, it must be kind of a closed line, like a closed area for it to know just go
it's
blue
very
there.
similar to when we do a circle and then drag the dot in and it fills up
Yeah.
the page because it had openings in it. This is what it's doing right now with the lines underneath. So color,
Okay, I'm gonna
try dragging a red in. Oh, go ahead. I was going to say drag a color into the lips.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
See what happens. I don't know. It might not color them because it's black.
Because they're black.
But yeah.
I could probably do it into a chain.
Yes, in the middle of the chains.
Oh, it
Or
did.
try it. Oh, there you go. It worked. It worked. I didn't think it would, but it did.
Oh, that's crazy.
Okay, and then you could do brown into the eyes if you wanted to, or yeah, just do a. Okay.
Oh, that's weird.
That's interesting.
That was weird.
And you see what it did is it took all the lines that were underneath and used those as a reference. So.
Like if I just wanted it into whoa. What
That's
happened?
kind of
It
neat.
really depends on.
Well, because there's too many openings in there, I think. Go ahead and let it go. See what happens.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay. So if it's kind of open, yeah, too much. Okay.
Right. And that's where you get into the threshold thing. You drag your pencil back and forth, and I'm not really good at that. So I can only say what I can only say is. So what we can do then is erase that green stuff and start and use it as a reference for the green if you want, so that it will paint within the dots.
I want to take a picture.
Mm-hmm.
So what I have is layer 1 is the reference, and then I'm able to drag those in. Okay. Okay, so what did you say
Correct.
to me to do on layer 5?
Well, I would, if I were, just so we can learn how to do this, is delete out the green that you have in there now on layer 1. Do you have it on layer 1? No, you don't. On layer 5. Get rid of that.
Okay, by How do I
Well,
get
in
rid
this case, we're going to erase.
erase it?
So you're going to use your eraser and pick one of the airbrush tools and erase those green things out.
Oh, okay. I don't have to be super neat because it just gets rid of it.
No, you don't. Yeah. Now some of those necklaces have holes in them, so we might have to do threshold things. So we'll work on that. I think that's something that I have to practice too. So, and you have two more green ones. Oh, your Wi-Fi froze. Okay, that's all right. It's not your fault. Wi-Fi froze, so you left two green.
But so as I was doing it, I realized I looked up to the colors and it's pink. So why is it? Oh, because I'm an eraser.
You're erasing, yes. Good.
Okay.
Okay, now let's change our colors so we know that we're doing something different. Maybe purple or whatever color you want for the necklace.
Okay. I made it orange. Oh, no, not that color.
Okay. Now, you want a dark orange? Okay, so now make sure you're in the layer that says, doesn't say reference. So we want to be the layer above the reference. Right. So we're in the correct layer. All right. So now paint. What I was going to have you do is drop the color. See if that worked.
Oh.
So drag your color. Drag your color into one of the necklace things. There.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's scary to me that it knows that that's the line.
Because it's an enclosed thing.
On the layer below. Now, what happened there is on that thing, leave your pencil down and try to drag out the threshold. So go to drag it in, leave your pencil down, and drag left or right. Let's see, drag, there you go, there you go. Do you see what you did? On the top, there's a threshold, and try it again. Let's do it again and see if we can get it to work again.
What does threshold mean?
It means that it will fill in less if you drag it one way and fill in more if you drag it the other way. So this is a good way to learn how to do this.
So I've just put it in there.
Yep.
I'm going to put it in one that's a little not so solid and see what happens.
Good. Well, we've set the threshold too, so it may be using that threshold.
How did we set the threshold?
We dragged our pencil back and forth, and if we can get it to do it again, I'll show you. It's at the top. It's a real quick message. It says,
oops. I want to go back to the other color. Go to history.
Use your, okay, good. Yeah.
Continuing filling with color.
Recolor is another way of setting your threshold. Okay, so now, did you lift your pencil?
I did.
So, okay, undo that, and then bring it down and leave your pencil down. Now look at the top. Threshold 44.7. Do you see? Now drag left. Drag to the left.
Dragging left.
Or yeah, keep going, keep going. I don't know if it's going to take it. Well, go the other way then. See what happens. This is experimental. No, you don't want to go the other way. So this is experimental for me because threshold is a puzzle as far as I'm concerned. Okay.
Well, that's
keep going.
good.
Keep going.
Right there.
Oh, wait. No, there you are. There you are.
Now take my pen up.
Pencil off, and you're okay. So try another one. The one in the middle looks like it has an opening too.
This one?
Yeah. Okay, so do you see it left a little bit of a dot because there was a line there?
Yeah.
You see the line?
Yeah.
Okay. But also it did take the reduced threshold that we had set before, so it didn't fill
Yeah.
up the whole thing. So
Yeah.
you can do whatever you want in terms of the rest of the necklace.
I'm going to see if I can just take it and put it in that little tiny piece.
You might have to reduce your... Oh, there it worked. Very good.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, this one's going to be tricky. Let's see. Nope,
Yeah, there you go. Now, did you lift your pencil?
I did. I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to lift my pencil.
Right.
I'm going to not lift my
Don't
pencil.
and then go left. It looks like left is where you want to be. Yep, there you go.
There. Almost, almost.
You
It's
have a
still there.
little tiny bit there that's not, but I'm not sure.
That's as much.
I'm not sure you're going to get rid of that. We might have to erase it or fill it in later on.
It's weird, Pat. Like, okay, the color at the top, it goes from, I'm dragging the color, and it was like a bright orange, and then it keeps going to like a peach color. If I'm just
we
dragging.
yeah, our previous color was peach. So if you hold it down too long, it will revert to the previous color.
Oh, okay.
So there you go.
got it.
There you are. You got this. All right. Now, we may have to go back and erase those little pieces there if you
Oh,
want.
yeah.
But that's... So, what do we have? I think if we erase, we'll erase the black. So we want to be careful. Let me
No,
see what your
it
layers
didn't
say.
erase the black. It didn't erase the black. It only erased the white.
Oh, good. Okay, then we're good.
It
We're good.
erased the orange.
And that's because we're using a reference. And the reference has the lines underneath. So we can't even erase the lines if we wanted to. We'd have to go to the other layer. So let's take that layer out, the one that we use as a reference, and see what it looks like.
Okay. Oops.
So you want to do layers.
First, I want to just get rid of this little bit. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Okay. So go to layers.
Now, layers. And then uncheck layer 1. Let's see what it looks like without layer 1. See what it did? It used the lines underneath to create the color.
It used the lines underneath.
In the reference layer, it looked at the reference layer lines and colored within them.
Right. Okay. That's why it was called reference. Okay.
Correct.
So
Correct.
So I should always check the reference if I want to see the black. Or is the reference actually?
Well, that's up to you. Only if we use the reference would you have to do that. If you colored on the actual layer 1, you would you colored in those dots. You would not. You might erase some of the lines, and it wouldn't look like it did when we stopped check boxing the layer 1. It would always look like this rather than the color only without the lines. So it all depends on what you want out of this. And the only reason I did it that way is we can guarantee we won't cover over your lines there.
Okay, so is there a way that like I could have it like this, but then where the so I have the black lines and everything, the drawing, but then where I don't know if I can do this, because if I wanted the plaid yellow background to be where the behind the leopard skin, can I do that again or no?
Well, let's take a look. Check the boxes for inserted image and layer mask. See what happens. Okay. All right. So is that what you wanted?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there you go.
So when you check a box, it means it shows up.
Correct. If you uncheck it, it no longer has any power. So for instance, if you uncheck layer mask and leave inserted image, you would get the whole thing, right? Because you don't have it. It's not it's not covering the color. But when you put the layer mask on, it covers the color. And now we can see that that's how we did the now later on you may want to merge layer 5 and layer 1 so you don't have that flippy thing. But that's up to you. I mean,
What's the flippy thing?
well, if you didn't want to have to do 2 separate checkboxes for layers, you could merge those 2 and make them one,
Layer
or
1 and
leave it like it is and layer 5, right? Yeah, you can merge those by pinching them together. And there you go.
Okay. Can you ever undo that or no? Once you've
Well, right
pinched
now
them?
you could tap 2. Yeah, you can tap 2,
Right.
and it will go back to what it was before. But after a while, you won't be able to do that.
Oh, okay. I just did it and it didn't work. It didn't go back.
Well, you're going to have to do a couple because you did a couple steps in between there. So just tap 2 fingers until it goes back to what you want it to do. There. Again.
Okay.
There you go.
And then say I wanted, I don't like her lips being pink. I want her lips
Okay.
to be black again.
All right. So take black and put it back
I go
in.
to-
Just drag the
to-
black dot. Just drag a black dot in there. So set your color to black. Wherever it
Oh.
went. And then drag it into the lips like we did with the pink. Ah, well, you might have to paint that, although that kind of looks good.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't have to go into layer mask or anything to do
No.
that, to work it out.
No.
But
The only time you should have to go into laid is if you wanted the plaid to show through in her lips. You would go to layer
Oh.
mask and paint.
Oh.
You would put white in the
Oh.
you would paint the lips with white in layer mask.
I
Put 'em
get
back.
layer 5 and then put black and then drag it again.
Right.
Wait,
Let's
I just did that. And
Yeah, you did.
On layer
It may
5.
have something to do with the fact that you're using a reference. Let's look at the layers again. Okay. So
I just did it and I didn't check anything. Should I be in layer 1 or layer 5?
we can take the reference off and be able to do it. Well, how did we do it? We dragged it in there, right? Let's try
see.
the black again and the pink in the yeah.
Okay.
now
it
open
was
up-
when we
oh. Open up
It
all
was
your
when we
layers
were-
now and let's open all of your layers. Check boxes on your layer 1. Check layer 1, and let's see. So uncheck layer 5. Let's see what's on layer 1. Okay, so
Oh.
layer 5 is black because we dragged it, but it was, and layer 1 is black also, but it didn't show because layer 5 was covering it.
Oh,
So that's the tricky
it's
part.
funny. It's funny because when you look at layer 5, you probably can't see it, but her lips are pink underneath black.
Yes.
Oh,
Because
if I
because
check-
the dots didn't cover everything. So you could go take a brush and do it, leave the reference in there, and you should be able to paint within the lines, paint black within the lines.
it's okay. It's okay like that.
It kind of looks kind of cool, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like that. Okay. Oh my gosh, this is so never going to remember this, Pat. This is the
Well,
thing.
that's what the recording is going to be for, right?
So
I'll have a recording. I'll send you the link. You can go through it again. But we can do another lesson any time. I'll be happy to do that.
Okay. Okay. So now what should I do?
Well, we're
So
almost to
layer
the...
one, when I make a reference, when I make something a reference, it basically means that that's where I know where to color in between the lines or something like that.
Correct. When you use something as reference, it looks at the lines in the reference to put the color in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's too tricky for me. I'm glad I don't have to program that. That's a tricky programming. Not quite clear why they did it that way, but that's their option. So now, if you wanted to clean up the hair, do you want to leave the hair the way it is, or do you want to make a hard, fast line of the hair?
I'll make a hard fast line for fun.
Okay. So go into the layer, into layer mask, and we're going to put back something. So we're going to want to use white. And we want a brush that has a good firm line. I think we already picked one, but let's look at what brush we have. Hard airbrush is perfect. Okay, and let's see. Let's test it for size. Go ahead and run it.
I just started and the color of the color here, I'll show you, okay? I tried to do it and I thought it was going to be white coming through, but what's coming through is the
I told you wrong. It's black. Sorry.
black.
I got confused
Just
too.
like error.
Yeah. Pilot error, or actually teacher error. There you go.
No, I said trial and error, because like if you put the black.
I do a lot of that there. A lot of trying. How will this work? Will this work this way? How will this work? They do give you instructions, but some of the instructions aren't complete as far as I'm concerned. So
Yeah.
a lot of it is just trial and error as far as what is this brush going to do? How am I going to get the color in? How am I going to get the color out? So on and so forth. There you go. Getting good at this. You know what to do.
The thing I really like about it though, I mean, I was having so much fun. Actually, when I made this drawing yesterday, when I got off the plane, this guy was like, excuse me. And I was like, yeah, oops. And he said, I just have to tell you, I was watching you. You're so good. And he was like, I work for Apple. And I was just like watching you do this, and it was so cool. And I was like, oh, thanks.
Well, we should get a job with Apple for demos, right?
I know. I have a friend that works for Adobe, and she's like, why are you using Procreate? You should use Fresco.
Well,
sorry.
All right. Well, I haven't learned Fresco, so maybe I should go investigate that.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference. A friend of mine that's a painter uses Fresco.
Well, and one of the reasons I would consider learning how to do Fresco is it's likely it works on Microsoft, which is the drawback for me for Procreate is it won't work on Microsoft. What I like about it is you can erase anything and you don't get a hole in your paper. I think I lost you. Yeah. There you are.
Crazy. What you were saying, one of the reasons I like working on fresco is because it.
Well, I will learn it from after you've told me this. I will look into learning it because it will run on Microsoft, and Procreate does not. And I have a Microsoft CPU versus the
Really?
iPad, which is where I do the Procreate. So this may be something that I can use as well. So that would be great. Because I have a full membership in Adobe, so I can get to Fresco.
I do too, yeah. Okay, yeah. Because I think you have to pay maybe.
But it's $29 a month for everything and $10 a month for just Photoshop and Lightroom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But I think I'm only in Photoshop, but we'll see. So
I'm gonna try to make her face kind of a beigey color.
are you gonna give it a flesh color?
Yeah, and do I have to be in? Let me see. I have to be in layer 1. No, layer 5.
Layer 5. And yeah, I don't think you want it to match the necklace, but that's okay.
No, I want it.
Yeah, over there. Yeah, somewhere over there. It's a little peachy, but try it. Okay.
No.
Wow, that's kind of nice,
I
actually.
it down.
Yep, you have to pull it in and then do your threshold.
Oh.
Oh, you took your pencil off. Oh, no, you didn't. There you go. Hey, look at that.
Now.
Wow.
Okay, that does not work.
Yeah. Did it go to 0? Do you know?
It didn't. I mean, I went all the way that I could. Oops. I went all the way that I could to, like, as much as I could. Okay, put it there. And then
it's on 0. That's
it's on 0, so
yeah. I think it's just too open. Okay, now when it says continue filling with recolor, let's do that. Click on it, and I think it lets you set your threshold. Go ahead. Drag it in. Well, the peach one, yeah. Drag it in.
Bring it into the face?
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Let's see what it has, what we can do here. Okay, color drop threshold is 0, so drag your pencil to the right.
To the left?
To the right. Let's see what happens. Okay, okay, continue filling. Click on that. Oh, we lost it.
Take my pen off?
Yeah, yeah, once you know you can't do it, you can continue filling with recolor. Let's undo this with the two-pat tap. Okay, drag your pencil in and do a threshold for a little bit, and then when you see continue with recolor, tap on that. And it's at the top of the screen. Okay, so drag your pencil a little bit. Now go up to the top. Oh, it's not telling you to. There you go. Tap that. Continue filling with recolor. Did it do anything? No.
Well, I didn't want to take my pencil off.
Yeah.
But
Well, once you get to that point, you're going to have to take your pencil off. Just go ahead and do that, and then we can redo threshold later. Okay. Good. Okay, just drag it a little bit. Okay, go up and tap. All right. Now down at the bottom, you see flood? Drag the flood over to the right and see what happens. Yeah, it's even worse. Yeah, I think we're gonna have a problem with the face. We may have to go through and redo the lines in the face to make them solid. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you're going to go. You would have to go down to the layer with the face on it and fill in the lines around it to make it. So you want to go to layer 1.
The reference.
Yes, and get a small pencil and just draw around the edges so you have a solid line around. So I would use monoline And that may be in your recents.
Okay, I don't really like monoline though.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
Inking
Do what
and
you want.
Use-
Pick one that you like.
Okay. And then I'll make it pretty small. Okay. I'll just do like part of her face just to see. I'll do the.
All right.
Actually, you could put it in the inside of the glasses. I could do that.
Yes.
Let's see what happens.
I think. Let's see what happens.
Oh,
Perfect.
it even got inside of her eyeball.
Right. Yeah, because it's open. See. Now,
Yeah.
if you wanted to, you could erase that, or you can do threshold and see what happens.
If I erased it, would it erase the black line? Yeah.
Yes.
You have to be really careful how you erase it.
Right. Yes. So I would undo the color and drag it in and try doing threshold. See what happens there. There, better. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Now, that's as
Well,
far
you
as
might
I
have
go.
you're going to have to erase a little bit here. You see, clear, or paint white in there. I would paint white in there, actually, rather than erase.
You know, Pat, like this is a little area. So,
Mhm.
in Photoshop, how you can use the magnifying glass and make
Yes.
it big so you can see what you're doing. Is there an equivalent of this?
You pinch, opposite pinch. Go to the area and unpinch.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
There you go. You might want to use the airbrush.
Okay, the airbrush. Whoa,
It's a little big.
too big.
There you go.
Your dog is saying, time for me to play.
It's lunch.
Oh, does he eat lunch?
He eats all day long. The dog never gets fat. I don't know how he does it, but he is an
Really?
eater. He's a eater all the time.
Really?
So, yeah.
And does he really eat lunch?
Well, he'll eat any time he can get a chance, and right now he's saying he wants to do something, and it's either food or walk, one or the other. I suspect it's food, but we'll see. Because I'm going to have to call it a day. Are you interested in doing some
Good.
more?
Well, we have one more class next week, right?
Yes, we do, and we can pick up where we left off here, because this is really good. What you need to do is practice with this.
Yes. Layer reference, layer mask, clipping mask, all that stuff is a lot.
Very important.
So when
Yes.
I mask, it turns into layer mask.
Yes, and I guess in the menu they didn't have enough room to put layer. I don't know. That's all I can think of. So now, if you'll
All right.
notice up in the reference where you colored that white, it's very dark. It's very bright. So I'm going to have. I would like to check to see if there's a better way of doing that. So we'll look into that when we come back next week. But this was fun. I like her as a character. She's
In the
great.
layer one?
Well, in the layer
Yeah.
the layer one, the reference, when you look at the
Yeah.
at the little tiny picture in the layer, you see a very bright spot, and that's where you painted the white. So I need to know
it's
what
where I
that
painted-
what.
It's where,
Oh
it's
no,
where I
that's where you
painted-
put the. Oh yes, that's right. Yes, you're right. We should have done it up in the other layer, but that's okay. That's
Oh,
and
should I have done it in layer 5? Should I have done it in layer 5?
Yes. But
Okay.
also, you can lock that layer so we don't write on it again. So you can back out of that using your 2-punch, and then use layer 5 to put the color back in and see what happens. Good. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. It's taking the white out. Good. 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 See, you can see what it's doing up at the top. Okay. Good.
Okay.
All right. So now go to layer 5 and
do
then
the
drag the color
there.
in and see what. Drag it in and see what happens. It always astonishes me that when this is working. So it did about the same thing. Yeah, so you're going to have to put some white in there too. So anyway,
Okay,
so
cool.
we can work on this next week too.
Cool. All right.
Yay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a nice
And
evening.
oh, you too. Yeah, we're having a new friend come with her father who is 92. That would
Wow.
be. He would be my father's age, and
Wow.
I'm really interested in what he did with his life. But okay,
Yeah.
so thank you, ma'am.
I'm going to the
And
Saints game. I'm going to lunch and then
you're
to the
what?
Saints game with my to the Saints, which is a
Oh,
football game.
yeah, yeah. They're usually the enemy.
Really?
But they're a good
Against the
team.
49ers? Against the 49ers?
Yeah. Yeah, usually that's who they play. Yeah. So I'll be cheering for the 49ers. Okay. I'll see you
All right.
next
Have a
week.
great day, Pat. Okay.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye, Carrie.